Hello. Hello.
Where's the Monocaster?
I haven't been using the Monocaster because I haven't been hearing myself, and I don't want to get the. I'm limited with the
Okay,
things.
should hear me now.
Hi.
Hello.
Oh, yep, they can probably hear me now. Yeah, do that 1 second. Let me just put this down. Now, okay, awesome sauce. Awesome sauce. Hee hee hee. All right, hello everyone. Let's take two. My name is Rosita. I am a vocal and language coach, meaning not only do I teach people how to speak in different languages, I'm just gonna let this go. I also teach people how to sing in them as well. Hello, Abigail. Hello, John. Welcome. All right. So again, welcome to my channel. I'm still new doing live streams on YouTube. I actually don't do it that often, but that's definitely changing this year. Whew, especially starting January 2nd, and we're going to have some free classes, some free ESL classes, some free Japanese classes, some free Spanish classes. Everything that, has to do with language and singing. You mean I know who is that, or rather, I know who that is, rather. I know who that is. There we go. Hold on. I know who that is. Period. Addersisk. Once an ESL teacher, always an ESL teacher, guys. All right. Okay, let's why is this the way it is? Of course, when everything starts, it goes crazy. Like there we go. There we go. All right, so today we're going to be talking about the Japanese New Year's, but specifically like how it's celebrated in Japan and how we can bring those celebrations here to the US. Now, here's an important thing. How do we say Happy New Year in Japanese? Does anyone know? So here, I'm going to write this down in Romaji. So this is how I'm chatting with you guys using my phone. Why are you in your kitchen? Well, we're going to be doing some cooking, and we're going to be looking at some special foods. Are you? Yes, I am in my kitchen. Once you see the haru, that's Persona 5. When you see haru, you know I'm in my kitchen. All right, so here we have akemashite ome de to. Sorry, Siri wants to auto correct. So we have akemashite omedetou. So everyone, please repeat after me. Akemashite omedetou. Now, granted, I can't hear you, but I'm sure you guys did a great job. Akemashite omedetou. And to make it more polite, we're just going to add gozaimasu. So, akemashite omedetou gozaimasu. So, oof. Okay, I'm just grab my notes here. So, how do we celebrate Japanese New Year's? Well, we have a lot of stuff happening. OMG, no, Abigail is there. We got a John over there. So Japanese New Year is actually known as Shogatsu or O Shogatsu. And it is indeed, and I am not understating this, the most important holiday in Japan. It is the not only the most important holiday in Japan, it is the biggest holiday in Japan. Yes, well, KFC is more for Christmas than New Year's. We won't spend $100 on Kentucky Fried Chicken for New Year's. We will spend $100 somewhere else. Okay? So, in specifically 1873, in the Meiji era, the official New Year is started. In 1873, the New Year actually started being celebrated on January 1st because of the Western influence. Because before then, we celebrated, and will still technically do, the Lunar New Year, also known as the Chinese New Year, which, depending on the moon cycle, it varies. All right? Which I believe the New Year's, give me a second here. I want to say it's later in January. Hold on. Lunar New Year, January 22nd. And it's the year of the rabbit! Woohoo! Yui-san! Hey! Hakemashite omedetou gozaimasu! Happy New Year's! So in 1873, that's when we adopted January 1st to be the New Year's. Because before then, it was the Lunar New Year. Which, to be honest, I prefer the Lunar New Year's because it's so creative. But Japan knows how to throw a party on New Year's on January 1st. And Yui-san, I would love to know if any of the foods that we're going to see today is something that you're familiar with. Oh, really? See, you're good, girl. I just finished buying the osechi. Yes. I am very fortunate in living in Southern California, in where I can just buy it. But next year, I would love to actually attempt to make it. I don't think I've ever made osechi. So if you have any recipes, please share. I would love it. Okay. So the month of December. So we're going to talk about some foods and customs and traditions. We're going to be doing some cooking here too. So the month of December is called Shiasu in Japanese. Yes, December technically is 12gatsu, but there's history. So Shiasu, it basically implies that December is so busy that even masters or teachers are on the run. We're always on the go. We're like pew, pew, pew. And then at the end of the year, people will send out gifts known as osebo. And osebo is the gifts that we will give to our bosses and or teachers to express appreciation for the whole year. And these types of gifts, they'll include like fresh food, like seafood, meat, fruits. Don't get me started on how expensive fruits are in Japan. Like even in California, there were grapes that were actually imported from Japan and it cost $50. I am not joking. And I'm like, I'll take the grapes that are like $8, That's like 2 pounds. Nice. But usually we get free beer. Now, before the companies shut down, from the last week of the year to the first week of the new year, so it's 2 years. It's a party season. And especially we have these work parties known as Bonengai, and essentially it means forget the year party. That's how I would translate that. So then, during the last few days of December, and Yisan, let me know if you did this, okay? We have this annual tradition, and it is the most fun of all traditions. Osoji, in where it means the big cleaning. We clean the house. Like, we dust it, we sweep it, we throw everything that we haven't really used to bring in the new. Now, Oseji takes us about 2 weeks, at least for me. Let me know if you guys do Osoji. But basically, this whole tradition is to welcome the new year with a clean and fresh emotional state. So then, after the house is cleaned, then we have New Year's decorations, which I didn't buy. But these decorations are known as kadomatsu. And kadomatsu are set up on both sides of the front entrance. And they're usually made up of pine and bamboo stalks. And these are symbolic. The kadomatsu represents longevity. Well, the pines represent longevity, and the bamboo stalks are symbolic for prosperity. Arigato. Are you thanking Yui-san for not cleaning? So, if you guys do have a Japanese market near you here in the US, you'll find some kadomatsu or variation of kadomatsu. Probably will be the smaller ones though. And we're gonna be doing this today, but we got this one right here. For Annalise, I almost bought the one that had a cat on top, but traditionally it's the mikan, the orange. So here's a second tradition that we use. Let's see if you guys right over here. Oh, here we go. So this is known as kagami mochi, which literally translates to mirror rice cake. No. Time to start cleaning, Annalise. Time to start cleaning. You got one full day. Or actually, no, you got less than a day before the new year. Start cleaning.
I didn't get that.
Of course. So what we do with the kagami mochi, and we're going to do some real ones right here in a moment. So basically there are two round mochi stacked on top of each other. And the round shape actually represents harmony in the family. And the mochi's stretchy texture, mochi, yes. Mochi, it's rice cake. It's very stretchy and super delicious and versatile. Or rather, it's versatile and can be very delicious. And the stretchiness of the mochi it symbolizes longevity. If there is one kind of food that you will see a lot of in New Year's in Japan will be mochi and soba. But more on that later. And then we have the daidai. The daidai is a Japanese orange and it's placed on top of the mochi and it has the leaves and other decorations. But I was going to teach you guys how to make mochi today, but I unfortunately do not have time because we're going to prep lunch, guys. We're going to make some shabu shabu. Did you guys get your, oh no. You know, oh, Yui-san, there is this website and I love it so much. It's called Wee. No joke. WEEE exclamation point. And they act in, it's US based. And they have everything. Like if you don't have ingredients or certain Japanese ingredients that are not available at your local Asian market, oh girl, just go to Wheat and they'll send it to you. They will send your groceries like within 48 hours and absolutely fresh. Totally not sponsored, but since I am a member of Wheat, because I love it so much, I will send you a coupon code. Yeah, it's like Wee, but it's actually WEEE or E in Japanese. Okay. So, let's talk about today. Omisoka. New Year's Eve is known as Omisoka. And we usually celebrate New Year's Eve and New Year's Day with family, as the holiday is equivalent to the Thanksgiving that we celebrate here in the US, or Christmas. Because don't forget, Thanksgiving does not exist in Japan. It's an American thing and a Canadian thing, which is two different dates, but they exist. Or Christmas. Christmas is more like a cute holiday than anything else. It doesn't, we don't celebrate it in the religious way that we will do it in Latin America or in the US. But New Year's Eve, this is the time where we spend time with the family. And then this is where we have osechi. Let me move this. Let me move my notes. I'm going to put my iPad on top of the fumedatsu mochi. Okay. Now, the best way I can describe osechi is like Japanese New Year tapas. So, and don't laugh. Okay. Let me do the cooking scene. We got this. We got this. Like I said, I bought everything. I did not make anything. I think that is all that no, where's my ikura? I know I bought ikura. Where's my ikura? Talk about not prepared. Here it is. There we go. Ikura is expensive. Ugh. But so is fish usually. Okay. All right, give me a second. How did I? Okay. So let's talk about osechi. Now, osechi essentially is traditional food that we enjoy on New Year's Day. And it's very, very colorful. And usually they come in this special boxes called jubako. But those were very expensive to buy that particular osechi. But every dish of these traditional like Japanese foods have a special meaning to welcome the new year. And Yui-san, here's a question. What osechi dishes did you cook for the New Year's? Now, this is osechi ryori, and ryori means cuisine or like foods, more like meal or cuisine. Now, similar to bento boxes, usually the osechi is going to be stacked up. And they're about like 2 to 3 layers or ojubako. And there are many dishes in each layer. And each tier, each layer symbolizes hope for happiness and continuous happiness and wealth. With which I could use since I no longer work at Take Lessons. So please go ahead and support the channel. There's my Patreon. So let's go over some of these cuisines. Now, there are essentially 22 popular osechi. I only have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. But I will send you guys a link that I from a blog that I absolutely adore. It's called Just One Cookbook, and where you can find traditional Japanese recipes. And they're really easy. I've been using their website for years. How do you feel now after yesterday? Still emotional. Still emotional. And a little bit mad because I found out something which I did not like. But that's another story. But still emotional. But I'm just so blessed and honored that I will still be seeing you guys on our online Zoom lessons and our YouTube lives and everything. So that's just, it's going to be amazing. And that's really going to help. I do not know, actually. What is that? All right, so let's go ahead with kuro mame. So kuro, not kulo, kuro. All right? Let's establish that right now. Kuro, kuro. Kuro mame. Kuro means black. And mame means beans. And kuromame, excuse me, it where's my name? Is to bring health. Kurumame, and it's actually very like it's like sweet. It's really really good. And you know what? I'm hungry. No, it's a charanshi. Oh, so. Isn't that the steamed egg thing? And it's savory. The show? And so you put like a little soy sauce and no, not caviar. We are not that fancy. I'm just gonna grab my chopsticks. So kurumame, usually it has like a sweet thing. Oh yay! Yummy. Like on its own, put some rice, so good. All right, yeah. So kurumame represents health. Then we have kazunoko. Kazunoko. Why should I did not get it? Because I did not see it. So, kazunoko is basically herring roe. So like it's yellow. It's kind of like masago, but except yellow. And then so. I forgot. Choto. I knew I missed something. Daikon and carrot salad. Namasu. Hey, それ。namasu 使いました? Ooh. This is really good. Also over rice too. It's really, 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 really good. Basically, it's a refreshing pickled salad. Basically, this was first introduced from China in, I want to say, during the Nara period of Japan. Okay. And this goes with everything. So, did you make a big batch of that? Yes. Okay. Then, kamabo kore. I have lotus. Oh yeah, I have lotus root in my fridge as well. Which I actually will need to chop up. So, lotus root. Give me a second. I just need to double check it because I do not want to give fake news here. Okay. So it's an auspicious kind of food for the new year because the lotus root, since it has a lot of holes, it is a symbol of unobstructed view of the future. And it also has many seeds. So it has been eaten to pray for prosperity of the descendants. There we go. Which, luckily, again, pre-cut. No, that's shirataki noodles. Hey, don't go. There we go. Okay. Cut up lotus roots. Haha. Okay. And then we have kamaboko fish cake, which we do have here. And they're really, really pretty. So it's this pink one right here. You guys may, it's often confused with Naruto, actually, because it's pink and white. Those are different. So this, the kamaboko, essentially you usually have it with ikura or salmon roe, and it is super, 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 super delicious. And just a couple more. Then we have our kuri kinton. This is like the dessert, kuri kinton, so good. And then we have datemaki, which is also really good. So datemaki is like a sweet omelet. It's a sweet Japanese rolled omelet. It's kind of like tamagoyaki, except not square. And it does have fish cake, if I'm not mistaken. All right. And usually, let's see what it's for or signify. My favorite is the straight flavor texture. You can it does just not say. Okay. Well, thank you. I did not write it down. Oh well. Okay. But these are just typical osechi stuff. We got kamaboko aka, kamaboko shiro, kuri kinton, datemaki, kurume, and also kobumaki, the seasoned kelp. And then, of course, we have our little fishies. Yes, they have the eyes. You guys are okay. And then our rolls. So this is typically what we find for osechi. All right. Now, for the moment that you guys have been waiting for. Who's ready to make some lunch? Nakasita, ¿tienes hambre? All right. So, sukiyaki. Now, each family will have a different tradition for New Year's Eve dinner, but the most popular foods that we'll have would be sushi, sashimi, or hot pot like sukiyaki, or yosinabe, or nabe, or shabu shabu. And sukiyaki is one of the best things ever. And that's what we're going to do. Essentially, sukiyaki, you're making it right then and there. So this is a hot pot. This is electrical. Also, it can be used as a grill. And basically, we're going to be warming up some sauce and stuff like that. But first, let's go ahead and chop up some cabbage. Good. I'll put this on top of my daikon. All right, so I already washed this. And I'm just gonna grab. So commonly we have cabbage. Now sukiyaki is essentially, it's a soup. But I'm going to keep this for stock. And it's actually perfect because it is raining here in California. And what we do here is we're just going to grab some leaves. And as the soup base, which we're going to put, we put the ingredients as in and we put it in a separate bowl and then enjoy. That's what essentially a hot pot is. In Asia, there's so many variations of hot pot, but it has the same concept. So if you ever had Chinese hot pot, just minor differences. But typically, with sukiyaki, you have a protein. And what I like about this is that you can use all of your leftover vegetables. So whatever you have in the fridge, you're good to go. So I'm just separating these. And I will be putting them somewhere, hopefully. There we go. Stay. I'll just put this on this side over here. There we go. Now the reason why I'm doing this in leaves, like long leaves, it's more for presentation than anything else. Eek. But it's also a great way. Also, what I like about sukiyaki is that we get to start off the New Year's right with vegetables. And now here I have a yellow onion. Actually, I have a yellow onion and a red onion. So let me just go ahead and just peel the onion really fast. I know there's a better way to peel onions. I don't know why I'm doing it the hard way, to be honest with you. There's legitimately no excuse. I guess it's just a bad habit of doing it the wrong way for so long. And by the way, guys, I'm not a chef by no means. I'm a teacher. And I like easy, delicious food. And I will show you guys simple dishes. But from like the culture, the languages that I teach. They show. Again, I go back to that delivery grocery place. They actually have specific cuts for shabu shabu, and they have specific cuts for sukiyaki. On our Discord, I will go ahead and send you the link. Like, you would be just like that. Like, it's super amazing. All right, I'm just gonna cut this in round circles. Doesn't have to be perfect. But also too, you can ask them if you have a butcher, if you get your meat from a butcher, you can also request it to get sliced. But, oh, fair warning, if you do order from Wee, and you order meat from Wee, you have meat for like a month and a half. You're going to end up with a lot of meat, or you need to have a big party, which I hope you'll invite me. All right. Okay. So we're just going to grab this little mini part over here. There we go. All right. Let's put this away this will be stock. Never waste your vegetables, guys. Just never waste your vegetables. You can make an easy vegetable stock, and then you can add some noodles, and it'll save so much money. Whee! Yeah, I cannot. I can talk about Wee for 30 minutes straight. Like, that's how much I love that business. It's just amazing. So this onion was, I know exactly what this onion was for. I was teaching my Spanish for kids class, and the whole thing for November and December, since it was the holidays, I was teaching them easy recipes that they could do with the family. So to make guacamole, typically we'll use red onion. So this is left over from that. So I'm just going to go ahead. Now, red onion is not really typical in sukiyaki, but like I said, you can use all of your leftover vegetables. Eek. Eek. Ah, the skin. That's why I don't like skin. Come on. Be careful when doing this. There we go. And onion for the stock. And now typically, we will have like kumpai or mushrooms. Aso, again, this is very typical in sukiyaki. And then you'll have your protein, and then you'll also have tofu, which I forgot to bring out of the refrigerator. And it's somewhere in my fridge. Okay, here we go. Here we go. And for this, you do want soft tofu. Okay. Now, cabbage is not lettuce. Lettuce is different. Same family, two different vegetables. Okay. So I love this. This is a simple just sukiyaki base. So, according to the instructions, arrange 2 pounds of boneless beef sirloin, thinly sliced, 4 stalks of celery, cut diagonally. I don't have celery. Well, I do have celery, but I'm going to use it for another recipe. Mushrooms, bamboo shoots, which I don't have. Shirataki. I do have mushrooms. 1 block of tofu. Yes. Then we add the meat. 1/3 of the meat and 2/3 of each vegetable and tofu, keeping the ingredients separate. All right, I've never heard of this particular instructions, but let's follow the instructions of the bottle as I get my mushrooms. Again, leftover vegetables. All right, so I'm gonna go ahead and churn. I need vegetable oil. 1 second. It's here. I'm just gonna go ahead and use a capful here. So it did say to put 1/3. Yeah, Kikkoman. Kikkoman is so popular. All right. I am going to go ahead and use a thicker slice of cut. So I do have a chuck roll here. And I also have a ribeye. So this is what I mean. So if you do have like a Mitsuwa or a Japanese store, they tell, because like yakiniku, shabu shabu, sukiyaki, they're going to have different cuts of meat. So if you do have a Japanese store, most of the time they are going to label it for you. You're lucky with Mitsuwa because they actually put the romaji here. In Tokyo Central? No. All right, so here I'm just gonna warm this up just a little bit. Now, one of the cool things about shabu shabu or hot pot, I'm just gonna get to 300 degrees. I'm just gonna allow it to cool it. I should have, during this whole time, I should have allowed it to warm a little bit. Um, what was I going to say? Oh, yes. One of the things about like hot pot that I love is that you can add noodles and different varieties of noodles. Now today we are actually going to use ramen noodles, but you can use what's called shirataki noodles, which are actually shirataki noodles. I forgot what they're made of, actually. But they're very chewy noodles, and the best part, 0 calories. Zero. Nada. So you can eat as much as you want. Which is fantastic. But I do have some, I also have some udon noodles too. Which noodle should I use, guys? Should I use ramen? Kori-san! Hisashiburi! Should I use ramen noodles, udon noodles, or shirataki noodles? Let me know in the chat which noodles should I use. N? I don't know what N is. Okay. Ooh. Okay, it's getting warm. It's getting warm. Wow, that's actually quite fast. As that's still warming up, not ready to put stuff there. Ramen? I'm cool with ramen. Is sake. I forgot to talk about one of my favorite things. Sake. Nihonshu. Which is just delicious. Oh my goodness. Like I can't. Okay. Let's talk about sake and its relevance. Now, Yui-san, you have your sake, right? Okay, mate kudasai. Doko. Muri. Here we go. Just grabbing my notes. All right. So there's the other Kagami Biraki. So as a reminder, this is the Kagami, right? Where we smash it and then you get mochi inside. Because you're going to get your fill of mochi during the New Year's. Oop, it is ready. All right, so we're going to go ahead. And you can see how thinly sliced this meat is. We're just going to put a little bit. I am going to... I'm following the instructions of the bottle. Enjoy the ASMR here. Okay, I'm just going to put that. I'm going to go ahead and add some of the tofu. Now, I'm afraid of this because this kind of meat cooks very fast. All right. This is why you got to be careful. Just going to go ahead and cut these in cubes. It's all going to go to mush anyways. And again, guys, I am not a chef by no means. I am a teacher, just showing some foods that we eat for the languages that I teach. Eek. Just pretend that this came out beautiful, okay? Perfect. like a professional chef, like Just One Cookbook. And if you guys are interested of watching like Japanese cooking YouTube channels, let me know. Okay. Oh no. Okay. And all right. So now, according to this bottle, which I never knew I was going to use the recipe that I have here, but yeah. All right, mushrooms. Usually they're sliced, but preferably I like to have them whole. And again, the beauty about this is that you can use leftover vegetables. I need my cooking chopsticks. All right, because I am horrified for the meat. There we go. Okay, so far it's not overcooked. We're good. We're good. All right, according to the bottle, I can't believe I'm still taking directions of a bottle. Block of tofu, mushrooms, check. Onions. Let's do half of each one. That's doable. That is definitely doable. There we go. Half of each onions. And now we're going to go ahead and let me just quickly rinse these out. Okay. We're going to go ahead and just break them up, but not too much. Just for visual purposes. Because it is YouTube, we want to make it look pretty. Also with Instagram. That works. Alright, same thing here. We're going to just add the mushrooms here. This is going to be very mushroom heavy. And then remember our cabbage? We're going to put some cabbage here. We're making sure that we're getting our vegetables. Did I mention this is also keto friendly? Especially if you put the shirataki noodles, because technically it's not carbs. All right. It's a lot of cabbage, but it will melt down. And now, according to this, we're going to put 2/3 of this. Well, 2/3 of the bottle. Not there yet. Okay, and then now what we're going to do is going to grab a lid, smush it, just like that. Leave it for about 4 minutes. You guys might want to mute this video because I'm going to be talking to the Echo. Alexa, set a timer for 4 minutes. And of course, it goes to the Echo in my room and not the one in the kitchen. So again, sukiyaki is essentially a soup, but it's made fresh. So usually, you'll have like those little small gas burners that you'll see in popular YouTube cooking channels, like when they film, rather than bringing the whole camera equipment to the stove. And then they'll put a particular nabe pot, and then you can just go doo, 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 and it cooks almost instantly. But we did put a lot of food here. My measurements were way off. But as one great YouTuber says, just feeling, right? Now, continuing on to the sake, because I actually never finished that subject. So sake, usually we'll have a sake barrel, which I actually do have in my car. I'm bringing it to my cousin's place tomorrow. And where we take like a mallet and then we break it. It really helps with stress, especially if you cook the osechi. Ne. And basically, just like how we break this, it has the same the same symbolic meaning. It's to bring harmony and good fortune, and you're gonna have one hell of a party. And these sake barrels, guys, it's literally, you have to have a group of people. You need like at least 12, or else you're gonna be drinking sake for a very long time. And usually, so the mallet that they use to break the sake barrel, which is also the same tradition that we use in Japanese weddings, is called the kizuchi. And then they pour it with a wooden ladle known as the hishaku. And then we use it to fill up masu. And I actually have masu boxes from my friend from Japan. I will take pictures of it and I'll post it on Discord. Now, the sake barrels are known as kagami, and the custom of opening the sake barrel is known as the kagami wari or kagami nuki, which translates, so kagami means mirror. Hence kagami biraki. And like I mentioned, this ceremony, this custom about opening the barrel of sake with a mallet is also used for weddings. And also graduations. We just like to drink in general, like any occasion really. We'll just bring the nihonshu. Which also, fun fact, in Japanese, did you guys know that sake means alcohol and not the rice wine? I mean, if you order sake in Japan, they'll probably understand you. But in some cases, like with my friends, like, oh, can I have some sake? They're going to ask you, the beer, the wine, do you want beer, wine? Sake just means general alcohol. It doesn't mean rice wine as it is here. To ask for rice wine, we have nihonshu. Nihon being Japan, shu is the suffix representing alcohol. Okay, now, of course, this is lunch. I will be cutting up the osechi for later, and I will be posting up the pictures of how I set up those sechi for New Year's. Now, do you guys have any plans for New Year's? What are some of your traditions that you guys do? Let me know in the chat. And Kori-san, 明けましておめでとうございます。Happy New Year's. See, I told you this is gonna cook down. Suna. Sleep? That's your tradition? Sleep? Alright. So let's go ahead and talk about the okasane mochi as this is cooking. Right over here. Hi, Estrellita. Hey. Look at that. You awake now. Usually when you buy these, so remember how I said we stack them up? So they're going to come a little bit hard. Now, if they're too hard, right? No good. But like hard where it's, you feel like just a slight squish, we're good. And what we do is we are going to steam them. Now, I do have a steamer, and again, this is going to be for later tonight. I'm not going to be doing it right now. You're going to be doing things. Dance, eat a lot, and sleep. That's the 31st day. Oh, this smells so good, guys. Oh, I'm so glad that we're making lunch together. As Estrellita is just looking at me. It's like, okay, here you go. Sorry, guys. Here you go. Go in. Go attack Grandma. Ow. And how about you, Yusian? All right. So we're going to go ahead and add some more meat. But look at that, guys. Doesn't that look so good? Now here, I'm just putting the chuck roast. No, I'm doing a live stream. Good morning, Mother. I can't touch the dog because I'm cooking. Oh no, I'm answering my student. All right. So you can see right here how it's boiled, and we don't want it like so much where it's like where the cabbage is like just, you know, very soft. We don't want that at all. And again, you can put, depending of how much you want, you just grab a bowl, and essentially this is good to eat, but I am going to be adding more meat. And then you just have, and look, just look how quick this will cook. Now, it's not going to be as quick as shabu shabu, but still quick. So, shabu shabu means like swish, swish, essentially. See? Look at this, guys. Cooked. Okay, I'm gonna grab a bowl. Because this is ready. This is ready. Ugh. Okay, I'm gonna grab some meat, some onion. Get rid of the onions. Let's get a little bit of mushroom, a little bit of cabbage. Neat. And let's get some of the soup broth. Let me grab my ladle here. And also grab some of the soft tofu. And this is traditionally like how we eat it. There you guys go. This is essentially sukiyaki, which is a common dish that we eat in New Year's Eve. So, does anyone know what to say right before they eat in Japanese? Itadakimasu. Itadakimasu. This is what we say before the meal starts. Also, did I mention this is going to be very hot? Mario. So good. And again, like this is super healthy. I mean, yeah. Like this is the way to start the new year, in my opinion. Itadakimasu is an expression that we use. It's como like provecho. Like like thank you for the meal, have a good meal. So when you say it to someone, I mean, but there's no really like English translation. Oh, hot. Oh, hot. Ooh. Hot, hot, hot. Delicious. But hot. Hot. Yum. And then after we eat, we will say gochiso sama deshita. So let me go ahead and write this down. Itadakimasu. And after we eat, we have gochi sosa deshita. So, shall we have the husband try some? Who was me? That was me typing. Okay, let's grab these meats over here. All right, let's go ahead. Oh, let's not do that. Let me go ahead. Grab a bowl for my husband. John! All right, let's get him some meat. Let's get him some mushrooms. And let's see what he thinks. Oh, you had a bowl.
Let me grab some chopsticks.
Okay. And then I will be adding more of the broth in just a moment for so we can cook more of the meat. And let's see what he thinks. It was him, yes. The him is my husband. This is John. Let me grab the chopsticks. We're gonna add some more meat. Now, if you guys had your choosing of protein, what would it be? Oh yeah, I should warn you, it's hot. Might? Tasty? He's learning his Japanese. Umai means like delicious, tasty. And one of my students says, "Hi, sir."
Hello.
All right, I don't know why I keep doing that. All right, I'm just gonna go ahead and dump this rest of it here. There we go. But yeah, as you guys can see, it's really simple to make sukiyaki at home. You can just go ahead, buy the sukiyaki bottle. The broth's already made. Just dump it. Put some meat. Put some vegetables. Ta-da! All right, guys. I really hope that you guys enjoyed this stream. I hope you guys learned some things, which is honestly that's more important to me than anything else, that you guys got some educational content from this live stream. Do you guys have any questions? About the Japanese New Year? No, no, don't leave, but I'm hungry. I have fresh food. Happy New Year! 明けましておめでとうございます、みんな! Have a wonderful and safe New Year's, guys. And I will be, for those that are members of my Discord, I'll be posting up some of the osechi with the meanings and more. If you guys like my live streams, please, support the channel. There's the QR code. Also, I do have, I'm actually launching on the 2nd, my online Zoom live class course. Not words. I do have an online course and where you guys can learn how to speak in Japanese, Spanish. I also have ESL classes, also singing, which includes open mic, for $15 a month, or for a $15 donation a month. And you guys will get access to all of that. But also, go ahead and check out my free my free classes here. So subscribe, like, follow, all the things. Do all the things that YouTubers ask you guys to do. Please do that. Alright, guys, until next time, I shall see you guys tomorrow for another live stream and where we're going to get some lucky bags. Bye, everyone!